Welcome, dear friends, to a tranquil journey through the world of Skyrim, a place of towering mountains, ancient dragons, and forgotten secrets. Tonight, we'll drift softly through the fascinating history, the iconic landscapes, and the deep lore of this beloved game. Skyrim is more than just a game. It is a world that has captured the hearts of adventurers, dreamers, and storytellers alike. From the first snowflakes that fall upon the cold northern lands to the distant echoing roars of dragons circling high above, Skyrim offers a realm where every stone has a story and every corner holds a mystery. We'll wander through its villages, hear the whispers of its ancient powers, and reflect on the enduring magic that draws so many of us back again and again. As you settle into the stillness of this night, allow yourself to soften into the gentle embrace of the story. Let the quiet, the calm, and the world of Skyrim begin to weave their way into your thoughts as you ease further into the present moment. Close your eyes, take a slow breath, and feel your body unwind, letting go of the day's tensions. Let the sounds of the wind through the trees, the distant murmur of a river, and the flickering light of candlelit halls be your guide into a peaceful rest. And if you enjoy drifting through stories like this, you're welcome to subscribe and softly tell me where you're listening from tonight. Now, let's begin our journey through the vast, snowy lands of Skyrim. Fact 1. The birth of a vision. Skyrim was born out of a desire to craft a living, breathing world. The team at Bethesda wanted to create a space where players could explore freely, discovering both grand adventures and quiet moments in equal measure. Their goal was to build a place that felt rich with history, where the environment itself told stories. From the first sketches of snowy mountains to the concept of the Dragonborn, Skyrim emerged as a vision for a vast open world where every corner was a new experience. The idea was never to simply build a game, but to create an unforgettable journey. Fact 2. A shift in direction. When Skyrim was first envisioned, it was meant to be a direct sequel to Oblivion. However, Bethesda soon realized they wanted to take a bold step forward in terms of both technology and storytelling. They decided to focus on creating a more cohesive, interconnected world where every decision the player made had lasting consequences. The team abandoned some traditional fantasy tropes and instead focused on Nordic influences, bringing a fresh and unique vibe to the world. This shift in direction would set Skyrim apart, grounding it in a real sense of place and purpose. Fact 3. Nordic inspiration. The cold, windswept lands of Skyrim draw deeply from Nordic and Scandinavian culture, with its architecture, landscapes, and mythology all inspired by the real-world Vikings. The developers visited Norway and Sweden to immerse themselves in the atmosphere of these northern lands. They sought to capture the rugged beauty of these regions, from the towering fjords to the ancient stone ruins and the stark, snowy mountains that would become the iconic landscape of Skyrim. The Norse mythology also played a key role, influencing everything from the gods worshipped in the game to the towering dragons that soar above. Fact 4. The creation of the world building. Skyrim's world was a massive undertaking. The landscape needed to feel vast yet intimate, diverse yet coherent. The team worked tirelessly to design varied environments, from the harsh, windswept tundras to the lush forests and snow-capped mountains. The world's design was meticulously crafted to ensure that each region felt unique, but still part of a larger whole. To make the world feel alive, Bethesda's designers also focused on small details, weather patterns, the way light filtered through trees, and how shadows stretched across the land at dusk. These touches would make Skyrim feel like more than just a game. It would feel like home. Fact 5. The role of dragons were a fundamental part of Skyrim's story from the very beginning. Originally, they were conceived as mere enemies to fight, but as the world of Skyrim developed, their role grew into something far more symbolic. The developers wanted dragons to be ancient and mysterious creatures tied to the very fabric of the world. Their design was meant to evoke both awe and fear, their massive forms soaring high above the land. The dragons became not just enemies to defeat, but also a central part of the player's journey, intertwining with the lore of the Dragonborn in profound ways. Fact 6. The concept of the Dragonborn. At the heart of Skyrim lies the story of the Dragonborn, an individual with the unique ability to absorb the souls of dragons and harness the power of the Thuum, or dragon shouts. The concept of the Dragonborn was born out of the desire to create a character that felt both deeply personal and intrinsically tied to the world around them. The idea was to make the player feel as though they were part of something much larger than themselves, a destiny that had been written long before their arrival in Skyrim. The Dragonborn would be a hero for the ages, chosen by fate and empowered by ancient forces. Fact 7. The art of the shouts. The dragon shouts, or Thuum, were designed to be both a gameplay mechanic and a key part of Skyrim's mysticism. These powerful utterances, spoken in the ancient language of the dragons, allow the Dragonborn to unleash devastating forces upon their enemies. The creation of these shouts was a careful process, with the team working to ensure each shout had its own distinct feel. From the roar of unrelenting force to the eerie dragon aspect, every shout was meant to feel both powerful and ancient, as if the Dragonborn was tapping into something primordial that had been buried deep in the world's history. Fact 8. Voice acting and atmosphere. One of the most iconic aspects of Skyrim is its voice acting, which helped bring the world to life in unexpected ways. The game features a huge number of voice actors, each contributing to the diversity of Skyrim's people. The team worked hard to create a variety of accents, tones, and dialects to make every character feel unique, from the gruff Nords to the refined High Elves. The dialogue is often delivered with an air of gravitas, reflecting the deep history and lore of the land. These voices, coupled with atmospheric music and ambient sounds, make Skyrim feel like a living, breathing world. Fact 9. The Radiant AI system. One of the most groundbreaking features in Skyrim was the Radiant AI system, which allowed non-playable characters, NPCs, to go about their daily lives in a realistic manner. The AI system was designed to make the world feel more dynamic, with NPCs going about their routines, reacting to the player's actions, and even getting involved in random events. Whether it was a shopkeeper closing their store at night or a guard responding to a crime, this system added an organic quality to the world. It made Skyrim feel more like a place that existed independently of the player's actions, giving it a sense of depth and realism. Fact 10. The creation of the Civil War. The Civil War between the Stormcloaks and the Empire was a core part of Skyrim's story from the start. The developers wanted to create a conflict that felt personal and emotionally charged, with both sides having legitimate claims and motivations. The Stormcloaks, led by Ulfric Stormcloak, fight for the independence of Skyrim, while the Empire wishes to maintain control over the province. The conflict serves as a reflection of deeper themes of freedom, loyalty, and identity, and gives the player a chance to choose where their allegiances lie. The war was designed to be morally complex, with no clear right or wrong side. Fact 11: The origins of Tamriel. Tamriel, the continent where Skyrim resides, has a history that stretches back millennia, rich with gods, kingdoms, and myth. It is said that the world began with the creation of the Aedra and Daedra, two divine forces that shaped the land. The Aedra, often referred to as the gods, created the mortal world, while the Daedra were entities that lived in the realm of oblivion. The interplay between these gods and their creations is the foundation of much of the history in the Elder Scrolls, with their influence still felt throughout Skyrim and beyond. Fact 12: The First Era, the dawn of civilization. The First Era is often considered the dawn of recorded history for Tamriel. It was a time of great upheaval as various races and cultures began to establish their kingdoms and empires. The Nords, who would later dominate Skyrim, were among the first to form organized societies. The First Era saw the rise of great empires, such as the Alessian Empire, which brought new religions and ideologies to the continent. But it was also marked by wars and struggles for power, an ongoing theme throughout Tamriel's history that would continue to shape the future of Skyrim. Fact 13: The Dragon Wars and the Birth of the Dragonborn. One of the most pivotal events in Tamriel's history was the Dragon Wars, a conflict that took place during the Dawn Era. The dragons, once revered as gods by the Nords, had grown increasingly hostile toward mortals, leading to their eventual conflict. In this turbulent time, the first Dragonborn was born. The Dragonborn possessed the unique ability to absorb the souls of dragons, a gift that would allow them to fight back against these mighty creatures. This event marked the beginning of an ongoing legacy, with each Dragonborn becoming a key figure in shaping Tamriel's destiny. Fact 14: The Myth of Lorcan and the Creation of Man. The creation of the mortal races of Tamriel is tied to the enigmatic figure of Lorcan, a trickster god whose actions sparked both creation and destruction. Lorcan's desire was to create a world where mortals could have free will, but his actions were seen as a betrayal by the Aedra, who were reluctant to create a world where their creations could suffer. Despite this, Lorcan's influence led to the creation of humankind, the Nords, and other races of Tamriel. His story is one of sacrifice and deceit, reflecting the complexities of creation and the painful process of becoming. Fact 15: The Rise of the Nords and Ysgramor. The Nords, Skyrim's proud people, trace their heritage back to Ysgramor, an ancient hero who led his people out of their homeland to Tamriel. Ysgramor's story is one of courage and triumph, as he united the early Nords to fight off their enemies and establish their kingdom in Skyrim. His legend is one of the most important in Nordic history, symbolizing the strength and resilience of the people of Skyrim. Even today, his legacy endures in the hearts of those who follow the old ways, calling upon his strength as they face challenges of their own. Fact 16: The Snow Elves and their tragic fall. The Snow Elves, or the Falmer as they would later be known, were once a proud and noble race that lived in the northernmost reaches of Tamriel, long before the Nords settled in Skyrim. They were a peaceful people, but their story is tragic. Driven from their homeland by the Nords, the Snow Elves made a pact with the Dwemer, a race of deep-dwelling elves, in an attempt to regain their lost glory. However, the Dwemer betrayed them, and the Snow Elves were transformed into the monstrous Falmer. Their tragic fall is a constant reminder of the dark side of power and betrayal. Fact 17: the Cyrodiilic Empire and its influence. While Skyrim is the heart of the Nords, it is part of the larger realm of Tamriel, a continent that has seen the rise and fall of many empires. One of the most significant is the Cyrodiilic Empire, which spans much of Tamriel and has influenced every corner steps Skyrim's history. The Empire has long been a force of both unification and control, with its reach extending far beyond the borders of the Imperial City. Even today, the Empire's influence is felt throughout Skyrim, especially in the ongoing conflict between the Stormcloaks and the Empire. This conflict, rooted in Skyrim's desire for independence, reflects the struggles of the many provinces under Imperial rule. Fact 18: the Elder Scrolls and their prophetic power. The Elder Scrolls themselves are a mystery, containing knowledge of the past, present, and future. These ancient scrolls are said to be infused with divine power, and they hold secrets that even the gods themselves do not fully understand. The scrolls have been central to the events of Skyrim and the larger Elder Scrolls universe, guiding the actions of kings, queens, and adventurers alike. They are believed to hold prophecies that shape the fate of Tamriel. The Dragonborn story is intricately tied to the prophecy of the Elder Scrolls, and their journey reflects the powerful and often uncontrollable nature of destiny. Fact 19: the Oblivion Crisis and the Return of Mehrunes Dagon. While not a direct part of Skyrim's story, the Oblivion Crisis still looms large in Tamriel's history. This event, which saw the invasion of Tamriel by the Daedric prince Mehrunes Dagon, nearly tore apart the Empire and shook the very fabric of reality. The gates to Oblivion opened, and countless Daedra poured into the world. The crisis was only stopped by the sacrifice of the hero known as the Champion of Cyrodiil. Though the Oblivion Crisis took place many years before Skyrim's events, its consequences are still felt throughout Tamriel, influencing the conflicts, characters, and themes that the Dragonborn encounters. Fact 20: the Return of the Dragons. The return of the dragons to Tamriel is one of the most significant and mysterious events in Skyrim's history. For centuries, dragons were thought to be extinct, their power a legend of ancient times. Yet when the player steps into Skyrim's world, the dragons return, marking the rebirth of an ancient age. Their reappearance is tied to the prophecy of the Dragonborn, whose fate is intertwined with the dragon's return. The resurgence of these ancient creatures signals a time of great change in Tamriel, with the Dragonborn standing as the key to either restoring balance or seeing it shattered forever. Fact 21: the Snowy Peaks of the Throat of the World. The Throat of the World is not just the highest peak in Skyrim, it is the heart of the world itself. Towering above the land, its snow-covered summit touches the sky, where the air is thin and the winds are cold. It is here, at this sacred location, that the Dragonborn will face their greatest challenges and fulfill their destiny. The peak is also home to the ancient Greybeards, the monks who guard the secrets of the Thu'um, the dragon shout. The Throat of the World stands as a symbol of power, serenity, and the harsh beauty of Skyrim's wilderness. Fact 22. Whiterun, the heart of Skyrim. Whiterun, often considered the heart of Skyrim, is a bustling city nestled between the plains and the mountains. Its towering central structure, Dragon's Reach, tells the tale of a time long ago when it was used to trap the mighty dragon Numenex. The city itself is a peaceful oasis amidst the surrounding chaos, with its wide open spaces and vibrant markets. The warmth of its hearths contrasts with the cold wind that often sweeps through the plains. Here, the Dragonborn will meet some of Skyrim's most pivotal figures, including Jarl Balgruuf and the companions who follow their own destinies. Fact 23. Solitude, the City of Kings. Solitude, the capital of Skyrim, sits perched along the northern coast, overlooking the great seas beyond. It is a city of beauty and power, with its white stone buildings and grand, sweeping architecture. Solitude is a place of both triumph and tragedy, where the conflict between the Stormcloaks and the Empire plays out most dramatically. The hauntingly beautiful Blue Palace stands as a symbol of imperial rule, while the solemn execution block is a grim reminder of the tension that lies beneath the city's elegant surface. Solitude is a city where history and destiny intertwine, and it is a key destination for the Dragonborn's journey. Fact 24. Riverwood, a quiet refuge. Nestled in the foothills of the mountain ranges, Riverwood is a quiet village that offers the kind of peace that many of Skyrim's residents long for. Its rivers flow gently, and the green, rolling hills are dotted with small homes and lush forests. Despite its peaceful appearance, Riverwood is not untouched by the conflicts of the world. Bandits, wild animals, and the looming threat of war create an ever present tension. Yet Riverwood remains a place of refuge, where the simple life still holds meaning, and where the Dragonborn can rest before the trials ahead. Fact 25. The Reach, a land of conflict. The Reach, a rugged and contested land, lies in the southwestern corner of Skyrim, its jagged mountains and dense forests creating a sense of isolation. It is here that the Forsworn, a tribe of rebellious Bretons, wage their war against the Nords, seeking to reclaim what they believe is rightfully theirs. The land itself is scarred by battle, with ancient ruins and abandoned forts scattered throughout. The Reach is a place where the past and present collide, where old wounds have never fully healed, and where the power of nature itself can be as dangerous as any weapon. Fact 26. Falkreath, the graveyard of Skyrim. Falkreath, a small town surrounded by towering trees, is known as the graveyard of Skyrim. The forests that stretch beyond the town are dark and foreboding, and the air often carries the scent of pine and earth. The town itself is steeped in mourning and remembrance, with numerous burial sites and shrines dedicated to the fallen. Falkreath is a place where the dead are honored and where the past never truly leaves. Its somber tone contrasts with the lively and colorful towns of Skyrim, offering a place for reflection and quiet contemplation for those who pass through its gates. Fact 27. The Pale, where the sky meets the sea. The Pale is a region in Skyrim that is as bleak and desolate as it is beautiful. Its vast plains are often covered with a heavy fog, and the ever-present snow creates an ethereal atmosphere. At the heart of this cold, inhospitable land is Dawnstar, a town that rests on the edge of the Sea of Ghosts. The Pale is a place of mystery, where strange dreams plague its residents, and dark omens often come to pass. It is a land where the boundaries between the living and the dead feel thin, and where the sky truly meets the sea. Fact 28. Whiterun's Plains, the battlefront of Skyrim. The plains surrounding Whiterun are some of the most iconic and expansive areas in Skyrim. These open, rolling fields are not only home to bustling trade routes, but have also been the site of many fierce battles throughout history. These vast plains serve as the backdrop for numerous quests, where the Dragonborn may encounter bandits, wild animals, or even dragons. The openness of the plains contrasts with Skyrim's often oppressive mountains, symbolizing both the beauty and the danger of the land. The fields, bathed in the light of dawn or the chill of dusk, offer a quiet moment in an otherwise turbulent world. Fact 29. The Rift, a land of wilderness and mystery. The Rift is a fertile, lush region in the southeastern part of Skyrim, known for its towering forests, deep rivers, and vibrant greenery. While it is a haven for wildlife and resources, the Rift is also marked by its political and cultural importance, being the heart of the conflict between the Nords and the Thalmor. Its capital, Riften, sits as the economic hub of the province, but it is also a place of shadowy dealings and dark intrigue. The Rift's diverse landscapes, from misty forests to rocky outcrops, create a sense of mystery where danger and beauty coexist in equal measure. Fact 30. The Sea of Ghosts, an endless horizon. The Sea of Ghosts is the body of water that borders Skyrim to the north, a vast, icy expanse that feels as though it stretches endlessly towards the horizon. This cold, unforgiving sea is known for its eerie beauty, often covered in mist or shimmering with the light of the northern lights. The Sea of Ghosts is a place of legend, associated with the ancient tales of Nords and their journeys across the waters. For the Dragonborn, it represents both the edge of the known world and the gateway to the wild, untamed territories beyond Skyrim. The sea is both a boundary and a beckoning call to adventure, where the end of Skyrim's map gives way to the unknown. Fact 31. The Return of the Dragons. For centuries, the dragons of Skyrim were thought to be nothing more than a myth, fading into the whispers of time. Yet their return signals a time of great change as the ancient beasts rise from their long slumber. The dragons, once feared and revered by the Nords, are now the harbingers of a new era. Their return is intertwined with the prophecy of the Dragonborn, the one destined to confront their might and harness their power. The skies grow dark once more, and the land trembles beneath their wings, bringing both wonder and fear in equal measure. Fact 32. The role of Alduin, the World Eater. Alduin, the first dragon and the leader of their kind, is known as the World Eater. According to legend, Alduin was sent by the gods to bring about the end of the world, to destroy all life and usher in a new era. The Nords believed that Alduin would bring about the doom of all mortals, and thus he became a central figure in their mythos. However, it is the Dragonborn, gifted with the power to challenge even the gods, who will stand against Alduin's apocalyptic fate. His return marks the beginning of the Dragonborn's ultimate challenge, an unshakable destiny. Fact 33. The Power of the Dragon Shout. The Dragon Shout, or Thuum, is the unique power that allows the Dragonborn to speak the ancient language of the dragons. This mystical power is more than just a weapon. It is an art, a connection to the ancient forces that shaped the world. The shouts are rooted in the language itself, with each word carrying great power and meaning. From the forceful, unrelenting force to the haunting dragon aspect, each shout taps into the primordial energy of Skyrim's world, giving the Dragonborn the strength to face challenges beyond mortal comprehension. Fact 34. The language of dragons. The language of the dragons, known as Dovazul, is a powerful and ancient tongue that is central to the dragon's existence. Unlike any other language in Tamriel, Dovazul is deeply tied to the very fabric of existence. Each word spoken carries immense weight, and the dragons themselves are able to bend the world to their will through their mastery of this language. The Dragonborn, with their unique ability to speak and understand Dovazul, can harness the power of the shouts to alter reality itself. The language is not merely words, but a force of nature. Fact 35. The Dragonborn's connection to the dragons. The Dragonborn is more than just a hero. They are intricately tied to the dragons themselves. Chosen by fate, the Dragonborn possesses the rare ability to absorb the souls of dragons, a power that no other mortal can wield. This connection to the dragons is not just a gift, but a responsibility. The Dragonborn is destined to confront Alduin, to challenge the dragon's dominance, and to determine the fate of Skyrim. This bond between the Dragonborn and the dragons is symbolic, representing the union of mortal strength and divine power, a force that can shape the very future of Tamriel. Fact 36. The Elder Scrolls and the Prophecy of the Dragonborn. The Elder Scrolls, ancient and powerful artifacts, play a pivotal role in the return of the dragons. These scrolls contain prophecies that foresee the rise of the Dragonborn, the one who would challenge Alduin and restore balance to the world. It is said that the Elder Scrolls speak of the fate of the Dragonborn, revealing the path they must take to defeat Alduin and the dragons. The power of these scrolls lies not in their written words, but in their ability to bend time and reality, offering glimpses into futures that may or may not come to pass. Fact 37. The Dragon Priests and their Dark Legacy. Before their fall, the dragons were worshipped by the ancient Nords, who revered them as gods. The Dragon Priests were once powerful leaders who served the dragons, administering their will and carrying out their decrees. These priests were gifted with the ability to wield powerful magic, much of which was tied to their allegiance to the dragons. However, after the dragons' fall, the priests were abandoned, their power stripped away. Today, the dragon priests are but shadows of their former selves, guarding ancient tombs and waiting for a time when the dragons may rise again. Fact 38. The dragon's role in Nordic culture. In Skyrim, dragons are not just mythical creatures, they are deeply woven into the cultural fabric of the Nords. For centuries, the dragons were worshipped as gods, their ancient powers revered by the people of Skyrim. The Nords built shrines and monuments in their honor, offering sacrifices and prayers to the dragons in the hopes of gaining favor. The rise of Alduin and the other dragons is thus not just a threat, it is a return to an ancient time, a time when the Nords looked to the dragons as both protectors and symbols of the natural world's might. Fact 39. The dragon souls and their power. When the Dragonborn slays a dragon, they absorb the dragon's soul, a powerful act that grants them even more strength. These souls are not merely the essence of the dragon, they are a vital force that infuses the Dragonborn with the power to speak the Thu'um. The more dragons the Dragonborn defeats, the more powerful their shouts become. The act of absorbing dragon souls is central to the Dragonborn's journey, as it allows them to grow in strength and confront increasingly powerful foes. It is a process that ties the fate of the Dragonborn directly to the fate of the dragons themselves. Fact 40. Parthenax, the ancient dragon who helped the Dragonborn. Parthenax, one of the last remaining dragons, is a pivotal figure in Skyrim's dragon lore. Once a loyal servant of Alduin, Parthenax eventually turned against his master, realizing that Alduin's destructive path would bring ruin to the world. He chose to aid the Dragonborn, sharing his knowledge of the ancient shouts and helping them in their battle against Alduin. Parthenax is a symbol of redemption, showing that even the most powerful creatures can change their ways. His Yesi's presence in Skyrim is a reminder that even in the face of great darkness, there is always the possibility of light. Fact 41. The Nords, warriors of the cold north. The Nords are the proud and resilient people of Skyrim, known for their strength, bravery, and unshakable resolve. Their culture is deeply tied to the land, shaped by the harsh, unforgiving climate of the north. As a people, they value honor, loyalty, and the protection of their home. Their history is rich with tales of legendary warriors and ancient heroes like Ysgramor, who helped shape Skyrim into the kingdom it is today. The Nords' connection to their gods, particularly Shor, the Nordic god of the afterlife, is vital to their way of life, ensuring that they remain steadfast in the face of adversity. Fact 42. The Imperials, the backbone of the Empire. The Imperials hail from Cyrodiil, the heart of the Empire, and are known for their diplomatic skills and military prowess. Their empire, once vast, is now in decline, but their influence stretches far and wide across Tamriel. The Imperials in Skyrim, caught between the Empire's desire to maintain control and the independence of the Nords, find themselves in a precarious position. They are often viewed with suspicion and distrust, yet their resilience and adaptability in the face of constant change and political strife make them both powerful and essential to the Empire's survival. Fact 43. The Elves, mystical and mysterious elves, or Mer, are a diverse and ancient race whose history stretches back far beyond that of humans. In Skyrim, the most prominent of the elves are the High Elves, or Altmer, who come from Somerset Isle. These elves are known for their intelligence, grace, and magical prowess. The Dark Elves, or Dunmer, originally from Morrowind, also have a strong presence in Skyrim. They are known for their fiery passion and warrior culture. Elves, with their long lifespans and deep connection to magic, often appear distant and enigmatic, their ancient ways influencing the lands they inhabit. Fact 44. The Khajiit, the feline people of Elsewhere. The Khajiit are a race of cat-like people who hail from the desert province of Elsewhere. Known for their agility, stealth, and keen senses, they are often seen as thieves or traitors, though this perception is not entirely fair. The Khajiit's culture is rich with tradition and mysticism, with a deep love for their homeland's exotic plants, particularly the moon sugar, that plays a central role in their society. Their physical appearance can vary greatly depending on the phases of Nirn's moons at the time of their birth, with some Khajiit resembling graceful felines and others more humanoid. Fact 45. The Argonians, the marsh-dwelling lizard folk. The Argonians are a reptilian race, native to the swamps of Black Marsh, a region of Tamriel shrouded in mystery and danger. They are often misunderstood by the other races of Tamriel, yet their resilience and connection to their land make them formidable survivors. Argonians have a natural affinity for the water and are known for their ability to breathe underwater and move with remarkable speed and agility in their swampy homeland. Their long history in Tamriel is one of endurance, with their people having faced countless challenges, from slavery to foreign invasions, always emerging stronger in the end. Fact 46: the Bretons, the mixed blood people of High Rock. The Bretons are a mixed race people, born of the union between the Natis and the Elves, specifically the Aldmer. This blending of bloodlines has made the Bretons both resilient and adaptable, with an inherent talent for magic. Their homeland, High Rock, is known for its numerous kingdoms and warring factions. Bretons are renowned for their intelligence and dexterity, making them skilled mages, diplomats, and warriors. Their deep connection to magic and the mystical arts is also tied to their bloodline, with many Bretons being able to manipulate the arcane forces that shape Tamriel in ways that others cannot. Fact 47: the Orcs. The strong and honorable orcs of Orsinium Orcs, or Orsimer, are a proud and fierce people who have long been misunderstood by other races. They are often portrayed as brutish and savage, but their culture is one of deep honor and tradition. The Orcs once had a kingdom, Orsinium, located in the orc-favored region of the Hrothgar Mountains, but it was destroyed many times over. Despite their history of war and displacement, the Orcs remain fiercely independent, with a strong sense of community and honor. They are known for their skill in smithing, crafting some of the finest weapons and armor in all of Tamriel, and their unyielding warrior spirit. Fact 48: the Redguards, the bold and brave sailors. The Redguards, hailing from the sun-drenched sands of Hammerfell, are known for their swiftness, agility, and unmatched skill with a blade. They are often regarded as the greatest warriors in Tamriel, with a fierce sense of honor and pride in their people's history. Their arrival in Tamriel from their homeland is a tale of bravery, as they fought off invaders and established their own place on the continent. The Redguards' mastery of combat, especially with their iconic scimitars, makes them formidable opponents. Their culture, steeped in traditions of honor and strength, also includes a rich maritime history, with many Redguards being skilled sailors and navigators. Fact 49: the Bosmer, the Wild and Freewood Elves. The Bosmer, or Wood Elves, are a race of elves that dwell in the forests of Valenwood, a land that is as untamed as they are. Known for their deep connection to nature, the Bosmer live in harmony with the forests and the animals that inhabit them. Their society follows the Green Pact, a sacred covenant that forbids the cutting down of trees in Valenwood unless it is for the purpose of survival. The Bosmer are also skilled archers and hunters with a deep respect for the balance of life. Their love for freedom and the wild makes them both elusive and proud. Fact 50: the Half-Breeds, a melting pot of Tamriel's people. While each race in Skyrim has its distinct characteristics, the land also has a number of half-breeds, the children of two different cultures. These individuals often face a dual identity, balancing the traditions and expectations of both sides of their heritage. The mixing of races in Skyrim is common due to its location at the crossroads of Tamriel, where different peoples come together, sometimes through conflict, sometimes through cooperation. Half-breeds, such as the Nibbanese and the Redguards, represent a blending of the diverse cultures that make up the fabric of Tamriel, offering a unique perspective on life in Skyrim. Fact 51: The Thieves Guild, Masters of Stealth and Subterfuge. The Thieves Guild has a long and storied history in Skyrim, with roots tracing back to the criminal underworld of Cyrodiil. It is a secretive organization known for its mastery of stealth, subterfuge, and intricate heists. The guild operates in the shadows, its influence stretching across Tamriel, with its home base in the bustling city of Riften. Despite its criminal nature, the guild follows its own set of rules, often adhering to a strict code of honor. Members work together as a family, bound by loyalty and a shared belief in the art of thievery as a craft rather than a mere crime. Fact 52: The Dark Brotherhood, a brotherhood of shadows. The Dark Brotherhood is a guild steeped in secrecy and deadly contracts. Known for its role as an assassin's guild, it operates from the shadows, taking on jobs that no one else would dare. The Brotherhood has a dark history, with its origins shrouded in mystery, but its power and influence are undeniable. Members are sworn to silence and loyalty, bound by a pact of blood and secrecy. Despite their sinister profession, the Brotherhood operates under a code, following the commands of the enigmatic Night Mother and carrying out their deadly tasks with precision and honor. Fact 53: The Companions, Warriors of Honor and Brotherhood. The Companions are a group of legendary warriors, drawn from across Skyrim and Tamriel, bound by a shared code of honor and loyalty. Unlike other guilds, the Companions are known for their dedication to combat and the protection of Skyrim's people. The Companions' headquarters in Whiterun is a sanctuary for those who seek to prove their worth in battle. Their history is steeped in myth, with the Companions tracing their origins back to Ysgramor himself. Their bond is as strong as the steel of their weapons, and they are revered as Skyrim's greatest protectors, facing down threats that's both mundane and supernatural. Fact 54: The College of Winterhold, Masters of Magic and Knowledge. The College of Winterhold stands as a beacon for magic in Skyrim, a place where mages from all corners of Tamriel gather to hone their craft. Located in the frigid city of Winterhold, the college is a haven for those who seek to understand the mysteries of the arcane. It was founded centuries ago, and it serves as a symbol of magical scholarship and pursuit of knowledge. The college is home to powerful mages, scholars, and adventurers, all striving to unlock the secrets of magic. Its halls are filled with the whispers of ancient tomes, where spells and rituals are studied with reverence. Fact 55: The Silverbloods, Rulers of Markarth. The Silverbloods are one of the most powerful and influential families in Skyrim, with their wealth and influence dominating the city of Markarth. They are known for their ruthlessness and ambition, using their vast fortune to control the city and manipulate politics to their advantage. The Silverbloods' stronghold in Markarth is a symbol of their unyielding power, and their grip on the city remains tight. Despite their wealth, the Silverbloods are often seen as corrupt, and many of Skyrim's residents resent their control. Their legacy is one of greed, power, and the relentless pursuit of wealth at any cost. Fact 56: The Dawnguard, Protectors against the Vampire Threat. The Dawnguard are a faction dedicated to protecting Skyrim from the growing vampire threat. Formed in response to the increasing number of vampires plaguing the land, the Dawnguard serves as a countermeasure against the darkness that threatens to overrun Tamriel. With their headquarters located in Fort Dawnguard, they train elite warriors, archers, and mages to combat the undead menace. The Dawn Guard is a noble order, sworn to defend Skyrim's people from the horrors of vampirism. Their battle is one of light against darkness, as they fight to keep the land free from the bloodthirsty creatures that lurk in the shadows. Fact 57. The Stormcloaks, rebels fighting for Skyrim's freedom. The Stormcloaks are a faction of Nords who have risen up in defiance of the Empire, seeking to free Skyrim from Imperial control. Led by Ulfric Stormcloak, the group's primary goal is to ensure the independence of Skyrim, which they believe has been weakened by the Empire's influence. The Stormcloaks see themselves as defenders of Skyrim's traditions and sovereignty, with a deep loyalty to their homeland. They are known for their fierce resistance and willingness to fight to the death for their cause. Their fight is not just political, but deeply rooted in pride, honor, and a desire to restore Skyrim's strength. Fact 58. The Blades, protectors of the Dragonborn. The Blades are an ancient order, originally formed to protect the Dragonborn and serve as a safeguard against dragons and other threats. Their history is long and intertwined with the fate of Tamriel itself, and they were once the Emperor's elite protectors. The Blades have fallen from grace over the years, but their duty has never wavered. Their role in Skyrim's story is crucial as they aid the Dragonborn in their quest to defeat Alduin and other dangers. The Blades are warriors of exceptional skill, and though their numbers have dwindled, their devotion to their cause remains unshaken. Fact 59. The Greybeards, keepers of the voice. The Greybeards are an ancient order of monks who live atop the throat of the world. They are the keepers of the Thu'um, the ancient dragon shouts, and they spend their days in quiet contemplation, training those who are destined to harness the power of the voice. The Greybeards are revered for their wisdom and their mastery of the Thu'um, and their teachings are sought by many in Skyrim. They are neutral in Skyrim's political struggles, focusing solely on the preservation and teaching of the voice. For the Dragonborn, the Greybeards serve as both mentors and spiritual guides. Fact 60. The Forsworn, the lost tribe of the Reach. The Forsworn are a faction of Nords and Bretons who have been exiled from their homeland, the Reach. Once a proud and noble people, they were displaced by the Nords and the Empire, and they now seek to reclaim what was taken from them. The Forsworn are led by their king, Madanach, and they view themselves as the rightful rulers of the Reach. They are fiercely independent, using guerrilla tactics and dark magic to wage war against the Nords. The Forsworn's struggle is one of survival and vengeance, as they fight for the freedom of their people and the reclamation of their land. Fact 61. The origin of the Companions. The Companions trace their origins back to Ysgramor, the legendary Nordic hero and founder of Skyrim. Ysgramor and his 500 companions were the first to travel to Tamriel and set foot in Skyrim, establishing the roots of the group. Over time, the companions became known as elite warriors who protected the Nords and fought off invaders. As the centuries passed, the group's role evolved into that of mercenaries and protectors of Skyrim. The companions' bond is one of deep loyalty, honor, and a shared sense of duty to their people, following the ancient traditions that Ysgramor established. Fact 62. The Circle of the Companions. The Circle is a secretive inner circle within the Companions, reserved for only the most trusted and honored members. It is said that the Circle is granted the gift of lycanthropy, werewolf transformations, by the Daedric prince Hircine. While most of the companions serve as warriors for hire, the members of the circle take on a more spiritual role, guarding the ancient secret of their transformation. The circle's bond is deeply spiritual, forged not just by the blood of battle, but by the shared power of Hircine's curse, which gives them strength, but also demands sacrifice and control. Fact 63. The Trials of Becoming a Companion. Becoming a companion is not just about proving one's strength in battle. While physical prowess is important, the true test of a companion is their heart. The trials involve more than just defeating enemies. They require an understanding of honor, loyalty, and sacrifice. New recruits must show their willingness to follow the companion's code, which emphasizes protection, loyalty to one's comrades, and respect for the people they are sworn to defend. The companions see themselves as a brotherhood, bound not just by their weapons, but by a deeper sense of purpose that goes beyond gold or fame. Fact 64. Codlac Whitemane, the leader of the companions. Codlac Whitemane, the leader of the companions, is a wise and revered figure, known for his deep sense of honor and his long history of service to the Nords. Codlac's leadership is founded on the values of loyalty, duty, and respect for the ancient traditions of the companions. As the head of the companions, he is both a mentor and a guide, imparting his wisdom to those who follow him. Despite his age, Codlac's spirit remains unbroken, and he continues to lead the companions through difficult times, always striving to protect Skyrim and uphold the ideals of Ysgramor. Fact 65. The Gift and Curse of Lycanthropy. Lycanthropy, the ability to transform into a werewolf, is both a gift and a curse within the companions. This transformation is tied to the ancient pact made with the Daedric prince Hircine, who bestowed the power upon the members of the circle. While the ability to become a werewolf grants incredible strength and agility, it comes at a great cost. The transformation is uncontrollable, driven by the beast's primal instincts, and those who embrace it must learn to live with the consequences. For some, lycanthropy is a source of power and pride. For others, it is a constant struggle for control. Fact 66. The Silverbloods and their ties to the companions. The Silverbloods, in one of Skyrim's wealthiest and most influential families, have a complex relationship with the companions. While the companions are known for their warrior prowess and dedication to honor, the Silverbloods are driven by wealth and political influence. Despite this, the companions sometimes find themselves working for the Silverbloods, particularly in tasks that involve protecting their assets or dealing with rivals. The Silverbloods have occasionally sought to use the companions for their own gain, leading to tension and distrust. However, the companions' code of loyalty often keeps them bound to their contracts, even when their personal values are challenged. Fact 67. The companions' role in the Civil War. The companions play a pivotal role in Skyrim's Civil War, though their involvement is often more symbolic than political. As one of Skyrim's most respected and feared warrior groups, the companions are often caught between the Empire and the Stormcloaks. While the companions do not take an official stance in the conflict, many of their members are aligned with one side or the other, depending on their personal beliefs. The companions' strength and loyalty to their homeland make them powerful figures in the war, and their involvement in key battles is often the deciding factor in skirmishes and sieges. Fact 68. A Brotherhood of Loyalty and Honor. The companion's greatest strength is their sense of brotherhood. Members are bound not just by the blood they spill in battle, but by a deep, unspoken connection forged through shared experiences and hardships. Loyalty to the brotherhood is paramount, and betrayal is considered the gravest of offenses. This loyalty extends beyond just the members themselves. It is directed toward the people of Skyrim, whom they are sworn to protect. The companions see themselves as a family, and this familial bond gives them the strength to face the greatest challenges. Their honor is their greatest weapon, one they never compromise. Fact 69: The Companion's Code, Rules of Battle and Brotherhood. The companions adhere to a strict code of conduct that governs both their actions on the battlefield and their relationships with one another. This code places great importance on loyalty, bravery, and integrity. The code emphasizes that the needs of the group must come before personal desires, and that respect for others, especially their comrades, is sacred. The companions do not take on missions that go against their moral beliefs, and they refuse to engage in actions that would betray their values. Their code is a guiding force that keeps the group focused on their purpose to protect and serve Skyrim's people. Fact 70: The Fall of Ysgramor's Legacy. Ysgramor's legacy is a cornerstone of the companion's history, yet the group's connection to him has not been without its struggles. The once great leader and his 500 companions are remembered for their strength and valor, but their story is also one of loss and sorrow. Ysgramor's disappearance from Skyrim's history is a reminder that even the greatest heroes can fade into the mists of time. The companions continue to honor Ysgramor's legacy, striving to uphold the values he instilled in them, but they also grapple with the realization that their path is no longer as clear as it once was. Fact 71: The Daedric Princes, Lords of Oblivion. The Daedric Princes are powerful, otherworldly beings who reside in the plains of Oblivion, outside the mortal realm of Tamriel. Each prince governs a distinct aspect of existence, whether it be madness, deceit, or destruction. Unlike the Aedra, the Daedra are not bound by the laws of creation, and they are often unpredictable and capricious in their dealings with mortals. Their influence is felt throughout Skyrim, where their shrines, artifacts, and followers can be found. Though their goals are often self-serving, the Daedric princes are complex beings whose motivations and actions are as varied as their realms. Fact 72: Sheogorath, the Mad God of Madness. Sheogorath, the Daedric Prince of Madness, is one of the most unpredictable and entertaining of all the Daedric princes. Known for his eccentric behavior and chaotic whims, Sheogorath embodies the essence of madness itself. He rules over the Shivering Isles, a realm that is as strange and unpredictable as he is. His followers are often as eccentric as their lord, reveling in madness and unpredictable acts. To invoke Sheogorath is to invite chaos, yet there is often a strange wisdom to his madness, as he sees the world from a perspective that no other god can. Fact 73: Molag Bal, the King of Rape and Domination. Molag Bal, the Daedric Prince of Domination and Enslavement, is one of the most feared and reviled of all the Daedric princes. His realm of Cold Harbor is a place of torment, where he enslaves mortals and forces them into eternal servitude. Molag Bal is a god of cruelty, desiring to corrupt and control all living beings. His influence is often associated with darkness and despair, and his followers believe in the power of subjugation and control. Those who seek Molag favor are often willing to sacrifice their own will for power, becoming pawns in his unending quest for dominance. Fact 74: Boethia, the Prince of Plots and Conspiracy. Boethia, the Daedric Prince of Plots, Conspiracy, and Deceit, embodies the darker side of ambition and betrayal. Known for their association with scheming and violent overthrow, Boethia encourages ambition, power, and the ruthless pursuit of goals. Boethia's followers believe in the need to challenge and overthrow those in power, seeing strength and cunning as the true virtues. The prince's realm is one of treachery and battle where only the strongest can thrive. Boethia is a patron of warriors, conspirators, and those who seek to rise through cunning and force, often encouraging acts of brutal betrayal to achieve their desires. Fact 75: Azura, the goddess of dawn and dusk. Azura, the Daedric prince of dawn and dusk, is the goddess of the transition between light and dark. She represents the balance between opposites, bringing harmony to the world by ruling over the threshold between day and night. Azura's followers include those who seek to find balance in their lives, as well as those who revere the beauty of the changing skies. She is known to show mercy and offer wisdom to those who come seeking guidance, especially during times of uncertainty. Her realm is said to be a beautiful place, filled with the colors of both dusk and dawn, where the past and future meet. Fact 76: Meridia, the Daedric princess of life and energy. Meridia, the Daedric prince of life and energy, is a being of pure light and radiant energy. She despises the undead, seeking to rid the world of corruption and darkness. Meridia's followers are often drawn to her because of her desire to preserve life and to purge the world of evil. Unlike most Daedric princes, Meridia is a force for good, though her methods can be harsh. She is seen as a bringer of light and a protector of life, fighting against the forces of decay and death. Her followers revere her for her energy, passion, and devotion to the preservation of life. Fact 77: Periite, the Daedric prince of disease and pestilence. Periite, the Daedric prince of disease and pestilence, is one of the more unsettling and misunderstood of the Daedric princes. While he rules over the forces of decay and disease, Periite is not seen as inherently evil. Rather, he embodies the natural cycle of life, death, and decay. His realm is one of sickness and corruption, and his followers believe in the power of balance and the inevitability of disease. Periite's followers view his diseases as a way of cleansing and purging the world, a process that is as natural as life itself. His influence is often subtle, yet pervasive. Fact 78: Vermina, the Daedric princess of dreams and nightmares. Vermina, the Daedric prince of dreams and nightmares, rules over the realm of sleep and the subconscious. She is the one who sends dreams, whether they be pleasant or disturbing, and is often invoked by those seeking to understand their dreams or find solace in sleep. Vermina's realm is filled with both beautiful and terrifying visions, and her followers often include those who are deeply connected to the mysteries of the mind. Her influence over dreams allows her to weave nightmares, causing those who sleep to confront their deepest fears. Yet Vermina also offers glimpses of insight and wisdom, albeit through a veil of darkness. Fact 79: Nocturnal, the mistress of night and darkness. Nocturnal is the Daedric prince of night, darkness, and the moon, and she is the patron of thieves, shadows, and all things hidden. Her realm is the Evergloam, a place of perpetual twilight, where the light of the moon bathes everything in an eerie, mysterious glow. Nocturnal's followers include thieves, assassins, and those who work in the shadows. She represents the unseen, the secretive, and the quiet power of darkness. While she is not a destructive force like some other Daedric princes, Nocturnal encourages her followers to find strength in secrecy and shadow, believing that much of true power lies in what is hidden from the world. Fact 80. Hircine, the huntsman of the gods. Hircine, the Daedric prince of the hunt, is the embodiment of all things primal, wild, and untamed. Known as the huntsman of the gods, Hircine is revered by hunters, warriors, and those who seek to live in harmony with nature's most basic instincts. His realm, the hunting grounds, is a vast and dangerous wilderness where powerful beasts roam free. Hircine is not just a prince of animalistic pursuits, he is also the patron of lycanthropes, granting them the ability to transform into werewolves. His followers revere him for his power over the hunt, the thrill of the chase, and the glory of victory through strength and skill. Fact 81. The immersive soundtrack of Skyrim. The music of Skyrim is a powerful and emotional tool that brings the world to life, blending seamlessly with the environments and moments it underscores. Composed by Jeremy Soule, the soundtrack is known for its grand, sweeping themes that evoke both the epic scale of Skyrim's story and the quiet solitude of its wilderness. From the soaring dragonborn theme to the haunting melodies that play as you wander through the snowy plains, the music encapsulates the spirit of the game, drawing players into the emotional heart of Tamriel and heightening the sense of adventure and discovery. Fact 82. The role of music in combat. Skyrim's soundtrack also plays a vital role in combat, adding intensity and urgency to every battle. As dragons descend from the sky, or a band of marauders ambushes the Dragonborn, the music shifts into higher tempos, with dramatic orchestral swells that build tension and excitement. The use of choirs in many battle themes creates an almost spiritual atmosphere, reinforcing the feeling that every battle is more than just a fight. It's a clash of destiny, with the Dragonborn standing at the center of a world in turmoil. Music transforms simple skirmishes into epic moments in Skyrim's grand narrative. 83. The subtlety of Skyrim's ambient sounds. While the music in Skyrim is undeniably powerful, it's the subtle ambient sounds that help to create a truly immersive experience. The sound of wind whispering through the snow-covered trees, the distant rumble of thunder during a storm, or the soft crackle of a campfire all contribute to the atmosphere of the game. These quiet details enrich the world, making it feel alive and real. As you walk through the forests of Falkreath or stand at the edge of a cliff overlooking the Sea of Ghosts, these sounds make Skyrim feel like a living, breathing world that responds to your presence. Fact 84. The role of silence in Skyrim's atmosphere. In contrast to the lush, immersive soundscape of Skyrim's music and ambient sounds, moments of silence can be just as powerful. In the vast wilderness or the dark, abandoned ruins, silence reigns, and it is during these moments that the true weight of Skyrim's atmosphere is felt. The stillness amplifies the feeling of isolation and the looming presence of danger. It serves as a reminder of the harshness of Skyrim's world, a place where survival is uncertain and peace is fleeting. The absence of sound creates a palpable tension, one that is broken only by the distant howl of a wolf or the crack of a branch underfoot. Fact 85: The impact of Skyrim's weather on mood. The weather in Skyrim plays a significant role in shaping the mood of the world. Snowstorms, rain, and fog sweep across the landscape, transforming the environment and influencing the player's experience. A blinding snowstorm can obscure your vision and create a sense of foreboding, while the gentle patter of rain on a thatched roof can evoke feelings of peace and reflection. The shifting weather patterns also add to the game's realism, giving the world a dynamic and ever changing quality that mirrors the unpredictable nature of Skyrim itself. Fact 86: The atmosphere of solitude. Solitude, the capital of Skyrim, is a city steeped in both grandeur and melancholy. Its majestic architecture, towering structures, and bustling marketplaces stand in stark contrast to the quiet, solemn tone that permeates the city. The sound of the wind, the distant creaking of the docks, and the occasional chorus of seagulls all contribute to the city's unique atmosphere. Solitude is a place where the weight of Skyrim's history is felt most deeply, and the melancholy undertone of its music reflects the city's complex role as both a seat of power and a symbol of the Empire's decline. Fact 87: The role of Skyrim's dungeons and caves. The dungeons and caves of Skyrim are not only filled with danger and treasure, they are also places where the atmosphere shifts dramatically. The echoing sound of footsteps in an abandoned cavern, the distant dripping of water, and the low growls of unseen creatures create an oppressive claustrophobic feeling. Each dungeon in Skyrim has its own unique atmosphere, from the eerie, darkened halls of Dwemer ruins to the foreboding depths of ancient Nordic tombs. These spaces are designed to make the player feel both awe and unease, as if they are intruders in a long forgotten world that is still very much alive. Fact 88: The use of choirs in Skyrim's choral music is one of the most recognizable features of Skyrim's soundtrack, and it adds an ethereal and powerful layer to the game's themes. The use of choirs in key moments, such as the Dragonborn theme, invokes a sense of grandeur and mysticism, linking the player's journey to something larger than themselves. The human voice carries an emotional weight, and in Skyrim, the choirs often sound as if they are calling out to the Dragonborn, urging them forward in their quest. The deep, resonant tones of the choirs heighten the emotional stakes and create a connection to the world's divine forces. Fact 89: The peaceful calm of Skyrim's villages. Skyrim's villages offer a respite from the constant tension of the wilderness and the dangers lurking in the wilds. The peaceful hum of village life, the sound of a blacksmith hammering his forge, the chatter of townsfolk, or the gentle bleat of a sheep, adds a sense of serenity to the world. These quiet moments offer players a chance to relax, gather resources, and reflect on their journey. The music in villages tends to be soft and warm, evoking a sense of home, while still leaving a subtle feeling that something is always just beyond the horizon, waiting to be discovered. Fact 90: Skyrim's landscape and its emotional impact. The landscape of Skyrim is as varied as it is beautiful, and it serves as an emotional backdrop to the player's journey. The jagged mountains, endless tundras, thick forests, and serene lakes all evoke a range of emotions, from awe and wonder to loneliness and sorrow. Whether standing atop a mountain, looking out over the vast expanse of snow, or wandering through the misty forests of Falkreath, Skyrim's natural beauty provides a deep sense of immersion. The world feels alive, and the player feels small in comparison to the grandeur of the landscape, emphasizing both the beauty and danger of the world. Fact 91: the artistic vision behind Skyrim's world. The art and design of Skyrim are integral to creating the immersive, atmospheric experience that players cherish. The art team at Bethesda drew from a mix of Nordic, Scandinavian, and fantasy influences to shape the world of Tamriel. The rugged, snow covered mountains, sprawling tundras, dense forests, and ancient ruins all combine to create a stunning, visually diverse landscape. Every location in Skyrim, from the bustling towns to the isolated wilderness, was designed with a sense of history and purpose. The goal was to make the player feel as though they were truly exploring a world that had existed long before their arrival. Fact 92: the iconic architecture of Skyrim. The architecture of Skyrim reflects the harshness and strength of its people. The Nords, proud and resilient, built structures that were both functional and monumental, designed to withstand the fierce weather of the northern lands. The towering stone walls of Whiterun, the great halls of the Companions, and the imposing castles that dot the landscape all reflect the Nordic cultural aesthetic, rugged, powerful, and deeply connected to the land. The use of stone and wood gives Skyrim's buildings a timeless quality, while the intricate carvings and runic symbols evoke the history and magic that permeate every structure in this frozen land. Fact 93: the influence of Nordic mythology in Skyrim's design. Nordic mythology is deeply woven into the art and design of Skyrim. The gods, monsters, and creatures that populate the world all have their roots in ancient Nordic legends. From the mighty dragons to the powerful Daedric princes, the creatures and deities in Skyrim are inspired by the tales told by the Vikings and other northern cultures. The architecture, landscapes, and even the names of places are influenced by real world Nordic history and mythology. This connection to the ancient myths helps to ground the game in a sense of cultural authenticity, making the world feel both familiar and otherworldly. Fact 94: the snowy landscapes of Skyrim. One of the most iconic aspects of Skyrim is its vast, snow covered landscapes. The snow not only serves as a visual hallmark of the game, but also contributes to the feeling of isolation and harshness that defines Skyrim's atmosphere. The snowstorms, flurries, and frozen lakes create a world where nature is both beautiful and unforgiving. The team at Bethesda carefully designed these snowy regions to capture the tranquility of falling snow, the biting cold of the wind, and the stillness of the frozen wilderness. The snow-covered mountains, forests, and plains are the perfect backdrop for Skyrim's epic yet intimate story. Fact 95: the use of lighting in Skyrim. Lighting plays a crucial role in the design of Skyrim, helping to shape the mood and atmosphere of every location. The transition from day to night, the shift between the warm glow of a campfire and the cold, eerie shadows of an ancient ruin all contribute to the emotional experience of the game. Skyrim's world feels alive with its ever-changing light, from the soft, golden hues of a sunrise over the tundra to the deep blue twilight that covers the land in darkness. Lighting isn't just a technical element, it's a storytelling tool, guiding the player's emotions as they explore. Fact 96: the character design and details. The character design in Skyrim is filled with subtle details that help bring the world's inhabitants to life. From the weathered faces of the Nords to the smooth, angular features of the elves, Every race in Skyrim is visually distinct, reflecting their unique cultural backgrounds. The level of detail given to the clothing, armor, and accessories of each character helps to tell their story without words. A well worn warrior's armor, a finely crafted mage's robes, and the colorful clothing of a Khajiit merchant all tell a story of where these characters have been, what they've experienced, and who they are. Fact 97: the concept of verticality in Skyrim's landscape. The verticality of Skyrim's landscape is a key design element that gives the world a sense of depth and exploration. The towering mountains, steep cliffs, and high peaks invite the player to climb, explore, and discover hidden treasures. Skyrim is a world that rewards curiosity and offers a sense of scale that is rare in many other games. The vast, sweeping vistas of Skyrim's snow covered peaks are awe inspiring, but it's the intricate, vertical nature of the world, whether it's a hidden cave nestled in the side of a mountain or a secret path leading to a forgotten ruin, that makes Skyrim's landscape feel like a place of endless discovery. Fact 98: the design of Skyrim's dungeons. The dungeons in Skyrim are carefully designed to create a sense of mystery and danger. Each dungeon is unique, filled with its own challenges, puzzles, and hidden lore. From the icy tombs of ancient Nords to the dark, winding corridors of Dwemer ruins, Skyrim's dungeons are designed to immerse players in a world of forgotten history and buried secrets. The art and architecture of these dungeons vary, reflecting the cultures that built them. Some dungeons are grim and oppressive, while others are majestic and awe-inspiring, but all of them create a sense of discovery and suspense for the player. Fact 99: the creation of Skyrim's wilderness. Skyrim's wilderness is more than just a backdrop for quests. It is a living, breathing part of the world that encourages exploration. The design of the wilderness is intended to make the player feel like they are truly part of a vast, untamed land. The varied landscapes, from thick, misty forests to wide, expansive tundras, offer a sense of freedom where every turn could lead to something unexpected. The world is filled with hidden caves, old shrines, and small settlements tucked away in corners, waiting to be discovered by the curious adventurer. The wilderness feels alive, constantly changing with the weather, time of day, and season. Fact 100: Skyrim's artistic influence on other games. The art and design of Skyrim have influenced many games that came after it, particularly those that seek to create expansive, open world experiences. The rich, atmospheric environments of Skyrim set a new standard for world building, with other developers drawing inspiration from its visual style, environmental storytelling, and the attention to detail in both landscapes and character design. Games that followed have tried to capture the sense of immersion and exploration that Skyrim perfected, with its vast open world that feels alive and full of hidden stories waiting to be discovered. Fact 101: the hidden dragons of Skyrim. In the vast world of Skyrim, dragons are not just limited to the main quest line. They are scattered across the world, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered by the inquisitive player. Some of these dragons can be found in unexpected places, atop mountain peaks, hidden in caves, or even lurking in the depths of ancient ruins. These hidden dragons are often tougher than the average dragon, offering a real challenge for those brave enough to seek them out. Discovering these elusive creatures adds to the sense of mystery and awe that defines Skyrim's world. Fact 102: the mysterious chest at the throat of the world. At the very top of the throat of the world, where the Dragonborn meets the Greybeards, there's a hidden chest that holds a mysterious item, a book titled The Hidden Legend. This chest, nestled away on the rocky summit, is not obvious at first. The book inside tells the tale of an ancient artifact, offering cryptic clues to a deeper mystery. The chest's inclusion is a subtle reminder of the many hidden secrets in Skyrim, where even the most sacred places often harbor forgotten stories or treasures left behind for the curious to uncover. Fact 103: The secret of the unused Bleak Falls Barrow. Shout in Skyrim, Bleak Falls Barrow is one of the most iconic locations, yet it holds a secret that was never fully explored in the final game. Within the depths of the dungeon, there is a shout that was originally intended to be unlocked, but was ultimately left unused. The shout was meant to have a unique effect that allowed the player to manipulate time itself. Although it never made it into the final cut, the shout remains as a mysterious and intriguing part of Skyrim's development, symbolizing the game's unfinished mysteries and lost potential. Fact 104: The ghost of High Hrothgar, the sacred mountaintop where the Greybeards reside, is home to many mysteries. One of the most subtle yet haunting secrets is the ghostly figure that can sometimes be seen near the entrance to the monastery, especially at night. This apparition is said to be the spirit of a long-dead disciple of the Greybeards, a former student who never completed his training. The ghost's fleeting presence serves as a reminder of Skyrim's deep spiritual ties, where the past continues to linger and leave its mark on the present. Fact 105: The hidden Skyrim dungeons. Beneath the surface, scattered throughout the land, are hidden dungeons and crypts that are often overlooked by the average adventurer. These underground labyrinths are not always marked on the map, and some can only be discovered by exploring the remote corners of Skyrim. The design of these dungeons ranges from ancient Nordic tombs to long-forgotten ruins, each offering its own set of challenges and treasures. Many of these hidden spaces contain unique lore or rare artifacts, encouraging players to venture off the beaten path and explore the many secrets that Skyrim's underground world holds. Fact 106: The Easter Egg of the Oblivion Gate. For those who have played the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, one of the most exciting Easter eggs in Skyrim is the occasional appearance of a hidden Oblivion Gate. These gates are remnants of the previous game, and while they no longer function as they once did, they are scattered across the land as a subtle nod to Skyrim's predecessor. Finding an Oblivion Gate, especially when you least expect it, is a powerful reminder of the shared universe in the Elder Scrolls series and the ever-present influence of Oblivion's dark magic. Fact 107: The Winking Skeever in Solitude. One of the most charming Easter eggs in Skyrim is the Winking Skeever, a tavern in Solitude. While this may seem like a regular bar, it holds a deeper connection to the Elder Scrolls series. The name itself is a subtle reference to an earlier Elder Scrolls game, The Elder Scrolls III, Morrowind, where the Winking Skeever was a tavern in that world as well. The tavern's inclusion serves as a small but delightful connection to the franchise's roots, and finding such subtle references throughout Skyrim adds layers to the lore, giving players who have explored the series a sense of nostalgia. Fact 108: The Hidden Book of the Lusty Argonian Maid. One of Skyrim's most infamous hidden treasures is the Lusty Argonian Maid, a series of books scattered throughout the game. The books themselves are comically risque and absurd, but they also contain hidden references to other works in the Elder Scrolls universe. The series became something of a running joke in the Skyrim community, and the books are often found in obscure or hard to reach places, making their discovery all the more rewarding. Finding one of these books is a reminder that Skyrim is not just a place of serious quests, but also land filled with humor and surprises. Fact 109: The Enigmatic Black Books of Hermaeus Mora. The Black Books are a series of mysterious artifacts scattered throughout Skyrim, each tied to the Daedric Prince of Knowledge and Memory, Hermaeus Mora. These books contain forbidden knowledge, and reading them allows the player to unlock powerful abilities and transformations. The Black Books are often hidden deep within the world, in locations that can only be accessed by solving complex puzzles or defeating powerful enemies. These books are a testament to the deep, arcane lore of Skyrim, and they tie the player into a web of cosmic mystery that stretches beyond the mortal realm. Fact 110: The Skeletons of the Forgotten Heroes. In the forgotten corners of Skyrim, deep within its most desolate caves and crumbling ruins, lie the remains of ancient heroes, long lost to time. These skeletons are more than just remnants of a bygone age. They are connected to hidden quests and stories. Some skeletons are wearing armor or holding weapons, hinting at their former lives as great warriors or adventurers. Interacting with these forgotten remains often triggers a sense of reverence for the past, reminding players that Skyrim's history is not just written in books and scrolls, but in the bones and relics scattered throughout the world. Fact 111: Skyrim's cultural impact on the gaming world. Since its release, Skyrim has left an indelible mark on the gaming world. It redefined the open world genre, pushing boundaries in terms of exploration, freedom, and player agency. Skyrim's vast, detailed world inspired countless games that followed, setting new standards for world building and narrative design. Its influence is seen in many open world RPGs that prioritize player choice, nonlinear storytelling, and dynamic environments. The game's open ended structure and the ability to forge your own path paved the way for future generations of gamers to immerse themselves in expansive worlds where the journey is as important as the destination. Fact 112: Skyrim's influence on modding communities. One of the key factors in Skyrim's enduring popularity has been its vibrant modding community. Bethesda's decision to release the Creation Kit, a powerful toolset for modders, allowed players to create and share their own content. This has led to an incredible variety of mods, ranging from simple quality of life improvements to complete overhauls that transform the game's world. These mods have kept Skyrim fresh, even years after its initial release, offering players new experiences, quests, and features. The modding community has become a major part of Skyrim's legacy, showcasing the game's lasting power and adaptability. Fact 113: The enduring popularity of Skyrim's music. The music of Skyrim is another part of the game that has had a profound impact. The haunting and majestic soundtrack, composed by Jeremy Soule, is considered one of the best in gaming history. Tracks like the iconic Dragonborn theme have become synonymous with the game itself, and the music has been performed in live concerts around the world. Skyrim's soundtrack has inspired countless covers, remixes, and fan creations, and it remains a beloved aspect of the game. The way the music perfectly matches the grandeur of Skyrim's world is a testament to how deeply it resonates with players. Fact 114: The emergence of Skyrim memes and internet culture. Since its release, Skyrim has become a cultural phenomenon in the world of internet memes. Phrases like, "I took an arrow to the knee," and "Fus ro da" have become iconic and instantly recognizable, even to those who haven't played the game. The game's open world structure, with its countless interactions and humorous moments, has made it a fertile ground for internet humor. These memes have contributed to Skyrim's longevity, keeping it in the public consciousness for years after its release and ensuring that the game remains a touchstone of gaming culture. Fact 115: The Skyrim Effect on Future Open World Games. The success of Skyrim has had a ripple effect on the gaming industry, particularly in how open world games are designed. The game's ability to offer players an enormous world to explore without overwhelming them with unimportant filler is often cited as a major influence. Skyrim set a new standard for open world exploration, prioritizing player choice and environmental storytelling. Developers of future RPGs and open world games have taken notes from Skyrim, implementing similar systems of exploration, narrative freedom, and quest design. The Skyrim effect can be seen in the design of modern open world games that aim to offer more dynamic, immersive experiences. Fact 116: Skyrim's expansions and DLCs. The expansions and DLCs released for Skyrim, including Dawnguard, Hearthfire, and Dragonborn, added even more depth to the game's already expansive world. These expansions were not mere add-ons. They expanded the lore, introduced new characters, and introduced gameplay elements that enriched the player's experience. For instance, Dawnguard brought vampires into the forefront of Skyrim's story, while Dragonborn offered players the chance to visit the island of Solstheim, adding more exploration and lore from the Elder Scrolls III's Morrowind. These expansions helped ensure Skyrim's longevity, offering new adventures to both returning and new players. Fact 117: Skyrim's role in video game preservation. Skyrim has played a major role in the preservation of video game history. Due to its massive popularity and impact on gaming culture, the game has been re-released on multiple platforms, from PC to consoles and even handheld devices. It has been updated to run on modern systems, ensuring that future generations can experience the game as it was intended. This effort has helped ensure that Skyrim remains part of the cultural conversation, keeping its impact alive while introducing it to new audiences. The game's preservation speaks to its status as a classic and its role in defining the modern RPG. Fact 118: Skyrim's impact on future Elder Scrolls games. The success of Skyrim has significantly shaped the future of the Elder Scrolls series. It set a high bar for world building, quest design, and player choice that Elder Scrolls 6 will likely build upon. The open-ended exploration, immersive world, and deep lore of Skyrim have become core elements that fans expect in future Elder Scrolls titles. The game's success also allowed Bethesda to take risks in design, like the experimental systems of faction loyalty and complex quest lines that may be expanded upon in upcoming games. Skyrim's legacy will undoubtedly influence the direction of the next installment. Fact 119: The influence of Skyrim on role-playing communities. Skyrim has inspired an entire subculture of role-playing communities. These communities, both online and offline, have embraced the game's flexibility in character creation, quest decisions, and open world exploration to craft rich, personalized stories. Players create detailed backstories for their characters, simulate relationships with NPCs, and often roleplay in unique scenarios that reflect the game's complex world. These online role playing groups have extended Skyrim's life well beyond its release, allowing players to continue living out their own stories in the world of Tamriel, whether through written or live action roleplay. Fact 120: the Skyrim Special Edition and Continued Relevance. In 2016, Skyrim Special Edition was released, featuring updated graphics, improved performance, and a host of bug fixes. The Special Edition allowed the game to reach an even wider audience, including players on newer consoles like the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. The release of the Special Edition also made Skyrim accessible to a whole new generation of players, ensuring that the game remains relevant in the ever evolving gaming landscape. Bethesda's commitment to preserving Skyrim's legacy through re releases and updates is a testament to the game's lasting impact on the gaming community and its place in history. Fact 121: the Dragonborn, the Chosen One. The Dragonborn is the central figure of Skyrim, chosen by fate to face the looming threat of Alduin and the return of the dragons. What makes the Dragonborn unique is their ability to absorb the souls of dragons and harness the power of the Thu'um, dragon shouts. This connection to dragons is both a gift and a heavy responsibility. Throughout the game, the Dragonborn's actions shape Skyrim's future, whether they align with the Empire, join the Stormcloaks, or strike out on their own. The Dragonborn represents the hero archetype, but their journey is defined by choice, moral complexity, and self-discovery. Fact 122: Ulfric Stormcloak, the Rebel Leader. Ulfric Stormcloak is one of Skyrim's most prominent and controversial figures. The leader of the Stormcloak Rebellion, Ulfric seeks to free Skyrim from the Empire's control and restore the old ways of the Nords. His motivations are driven by a deep sense of nationalism, pride in his people, and a belief that Skyrim must remain independent. Ulfric's story is a tragic one. He is a man torn between loyalty to his people and his own ideals, often seen as a hero by his followers, but as a traitor by those loyal to the Empire. His leadership has sparked one of the most divisive conflicts in Skyrim's history. Fact 123: Jarl Balgruuf the Greater, Skyrim's Middle Ground. Jarl Balgruuf the Greater of Whiterun is one of the more balanced and pragmatic leaders in Skyrim. Unlike many of the other leaders who either staunchly support the Empire or the Stormcloaks, Balgruuf tries to remain neutral, recognizing the importance of Whiterun as a key location in Skyrim's geography and politics. His leadership is characterized by a strong sense of duty to his people, though his struggle to remain impartial makes him a target for both the Stormcloaks and the Empire. Balgruuf's role is often seen as one of diplomacy and reason in the midst of Skyrim's turbulent civil war. Fact 124: the Companions, a Brotherhood of Warriors. The Companions are a group of elite warriors in Whiterun dedicated to the protection of Skyrim's people and the continuation of their ancient traditions. Unlike mercenary groups that fight for gold, the Companions value honor, loyalty, and camaraderie above all. Led by Codlac Whitemane, they follow the teachings of Usgramor, their founder, and have a deep connection to the ancient Nordic ways. The Companions' involvement in the game is deeply intertwined with the Dragonborn's journey, as they aid the player in discovering the secrets of lycanthropy, an ancient curse tied to their brotherhood, and their role in Skyrim's greater conflicts. Fact 125: The Dark Brotherhood, Assassins with a Code. The Dark Brotherhood is a clandestine group of assassins that operates from the shadows, carrying out deadly contracts for those willing to pay. The Brotherhood's members are bound by a code of silence, loyalty, and devotion to the Night Mother, who serves as their spiritual leader. Despite their sinister profession, the Dark Brotherhood has a certain honor and mystique, believing that they are doing a service to the world by removing corrupt individuals. The Dragonborn's involvement with the Brotherhood is a major part of Skyrim's darker narrative, where the line between morality and necessity often becomes blurred. Fact 126: Cicero, the masked jester of the Dark Brotherhood. Cicero is one of the most eccentric and unsettling characters in Skyrim, a jester who serves as the keeper of the Night Mother. His madness is apparent in everything he says and does, as he often speaks in a cryptic, chaotic manner and exhibits a disturbing devotion to his goddess, the Night Mother. Cicero's own personality and actions create a sense of unease, yet he is oddly charismatic. His presence in the Dark Brotherhood questline adds an element of unpredictability, as his loyalty to the Brotherhood is challenged by his own delusions and obsession with the Night Mother's guidance. Fact 127: Astrid, the Dark Brotherhood's ambitious leader. Astrid is the leader of the Dark Brotherhood in Skyrim, and one of the most complex characters in the game. Initially, she is seen as a pragmatic and competent leader, determined to restore the Dark Brotherhood to its former glory. However, as the story unfolds, it becomes clear that Astrid's leadership is driven by ambition, and her willingness to manipulate, betray, and sacrifice her own members for power complicates her character. Astrid represents the tension between ambition and loyalty within the Brotherhood, and her story reflects the dark side of leadership and the lengths some will go to in order to secure their power. Fact 128: Delphine, the last of the Blades. Delphine is a key figure in the Skyrim main questline, serving as the last known member of the Blades, the ancient order that once served the Dragonborns of Tamriel. She is a no-nonsense warrior with a strong sense of duty, and her initial mistrust of the Dragonborn gradually turns into an alliance. Delphine's mission is to help the Dragonborn defeat the dragons that threaten Skyrim, and she plays a pivotal role in uncovering the secrets of the ancient order. Her determination and willingness to fight for what's right make her a stalwart ally, though her methods are often pragmatic and ruthless. Fact 129: Paarthurnax, the wise dragon mentor. Paarthurnax, the ancient dragon who resides atop the throat of the world, is one of the most unexpected and profound characters in Skyrim. Once a servant of Alduin, Paarthurnax turned against his master and sought to teach others the true meaning of the Thu'um, the dragon shouts. His wisdom and understanding of the ancient art of the voice make him an invaluable mentor to the Dragonborn. Paarthurnax's character arc is one of redemption, as he seeks to atone for the horrors of his past. His teachings offer a spiritual dimension to Skyrim, elevating the story beyond simple combat and conflict. Fact 130: Mercer Frey, the corrupt leader of the Thieves Guild. Mercer Frey is the leader of the Thieves Guild in Riften, and his character is one defined by greed, betrayal, and ambition. While the Thieves Guild has always been a group of morally gray characters, Mercer's corruption is deep and destructive. His selfishness leads to the downfall of the guild's operations, and causes great harm to those around him, including his fellow guild members. The Dragonborn's involvement with Mercer reveals the darker side of the guild, and his eventual betrayal is one of the most significant moments in Skyrim's complex web of loyalties, politics, and personal ambitions. Fact 131: The Stormcloaks, rebels for Skyrim's freedom. The Stormcloaks are a key faction in Skyrim's civil war, led by Ulfric Stormcloak, a fierce nationalist who believes in the independence of Skyrim from the Empire's control. This group of Nords is dedicated to preserving the old traditions of their people, and they view the Empire's influence as an affront to their culture and sovereignty. The Stormcloaks fight for the freedom of Skyrim, believing that the Nords should govern their own lands without outside interference. However, their struggle is not without moral complexity, as their cause is marred by accusations of racism and intolerance, making them a controversial group in the eyes of many. Facts 132: The Empire, rulers of Tamriel's heart. The Empire, while facing political instability, remains a significant faction in Skyrim. Led by the Imperial Legion, the Empire seeks to maintain its control over Skyrim despite growing discontent among the Nords. While the Empire once ruled over all of Tamriel, its power is now waning, particularly after the Oblivion Crisis. In Skyrim, the Empire represents unity and the protection of Tamriel from external threats. However, the Nords see the Empire as a weakening force, incapable of standing up to the growing power of the Aldmeri Dominion, and many question the true benefits of Imperial rule in Skyrim. Fact 133: The Thieves' Guild, a web of crime and loyalty. The Thieves' Guild in Riften is a shadowy faction that operates behind the scenes, dealing in the illicit trade of goods, secrets, and services. Initially, the guild was built on a code of honor, with its members abiding by a strict code that forbade murder and other heinous crimes. Over time, however, the guild has fallen into corruption, with its leader, Mercer Frey, causing its slow decline. Despite this, the guild remains an important part of Riften's economy, and its influence stretches far beyond the city itself. The Dragonborn can choose to restore the guild to its former glory, forging new loyalties in the process. Fact 134: The Dark Brotherhood, assassins with a code. The Dark Brotherhood is a faction of assassins who carry out contracts for anyone willing to pay. Though they are seen as criminals by most of Skyrim's inhabitants, they follow a strict code of silence and loyalty, devoted to the Night Mother. The Brotherhood's members are bound by a shared belief that death is the ultimate gift, and they embrace their role in the world. Despite their sinister reputation, the Brotherhood operates under the guidance of a moral code, seeing their acts as necessary and serving a greater purpose. Their quests reveal the complexity of their beliefs, as the Dragonborn's involvement tests the nature of loyalty, life, and death. Fact 135: The College of Winterhold, Seekers of Knowledge. The College of Winterhold is Skyrim's center for magical study, a place where mages from all over Tamriel come to hone their craft. The college has a troubled past, with its reputation damaged after the Great Collapse, when much of Winterhold fell into the sea. Despite this, the college remains the leading institution for magical learning in Skyrim. Mages at the college study various schools of magic: destruction, restoration, alteration, and more, seeking knowledge and understanding of the arcane arts. For the Dragonborn, the college offers not only a place of learning, but a sanctuary where they can explore the ancient mysteries of magic. Fact 136. The Blades, Guardians of the Dragonborn. The Blades are an ancient order of warriors who were once tasked with protecting the Dragonborn. Though they were nearly wiped out by the Thalmor and the Empire's political shifts, a few remain, dedicated to their mission. The Blades are the last defenders of the Dragonborn's legacy, and their knowledge of dragons, particularly the Thuum, is unparalleled. They are fiercely loyal to the Dragonborn, even in the face of overwhelming odds. For those who ally with them, the Blades provide vital support and guidance, though their presence is also a reminder of Skyrim's darker political past and the complex relationships between the Dragonborn, the Empire, and the Thalmor. Fact 137. The Forsworn, the Lost Tribe of the Reach. The Forsworn are a group of rebellious Bretons and Nords who inhabit the Reach. Once a proud people, they were displaced by the Nords and the Empire, leading to their descent into a brutal insurgency. The Forsworn believe that they are the rightful rulers of the Reach, and they seek to reclaim their land from the Nords. Their struggle is one of resistance and vengeance, and they view their rebellion as a fight for survival. Despite their violent methods, the Forsworn's cause has an air of tragedy about it, as they are a marginalized people who have lost everything in their quest for independence. Fact 138. The Silverblood family, rulers of Markarth. The Silverbloods are one of Skyrim's wealthiest and most powerful families, controlling much of Markarth and its surrounding areas. Their fortune comes from mining, smelting, and their tight control over the city's resources. The Silverbloods are deeply entrenched in politics, often manipulating events to maintain their wealth and power. Their influence is a double-edged sword, as their involvement in Markarth's affairs often leads to tension with the Nords and other factions. The Silverbloods' actions exemplify the complex interplay of politics, greed, and loyalty in Skyrim, and their hold on Markarth is a testament to their ruthless ambition. Fact 139. The Dawnguard, defenders against vampires. The Dawnguard are a faction dedicated to defending Skyrim from the growing threat of vampires. Formed as a response to the return of the vampire Lord Harkon and his followers, the Dawnguard is a militant group that specializes in combating the undead. Their headquarters, Fort Dawnguard, is located in the Rift, and their members are known for their expertise in hunting vampires. The Dawnguard's mission is both noble and dangerous, as they stand as the first line of defense against an increasingly powerful vampire threat. For the Dragonborn, joining the Dawnguard provides a chance to fight back against the darkness and protect Skyrim's people. Fact 140. The Blades return to power. After being nearly wiped out by the Thalmor, the Blades have slowly started to regain their strength and numbers. With the return of the Dragonborn, their true purpose is reignited, protecting the Dragonborn and defending Tamriel from the dangers of the dragons and the political machinations of the Thalmor. The Blades are not just warriors, they are historians, scholars, and spies, gathering knowledge and intelligence to fight back against the forces threatening Skyrim and the Empire. As the Dragonborn works alongside the Blades, they become a vital part of Skyrim's struggle against the return of dragons and the dark forces of oblivion. Fact 141. The Schools of Magic in Skyrim. In Skyrim, magic is divided into several schools, each with its own unique approach and powers. These include destruction, restoration, alteration, conjuration, and illusion. Each school requires different training and skill to master, and the mage's path is shaped by which school they choose to specialize in. Destruction spells allow mages to wield fire, frost, and shock against enemies, while restoration magic heals wounds and cures diseases. Alteration affects the physical world, manipulating objects and even altering the flow of time. Conjuration summons creatures from other realms, and illusion bends the mind of others, creating fear or confusion. Fact 142: The College of Winterhold and the Pursuit of Magic. The College of Winterhold is Skyrim's premier institution for magical study, a place where aspiring mages come to master their craft. Located in the cold and isolated city of Winterhold, the college is a sanctuary for those seeking to expand their understanding of magic. Here, students can learn from the most knowledgeable mages in Tamriel, and the college itself is steeped in ancient knowledge, dating back to the early days of Skyrim. While the college has faced its challenges, particularly after the Great Collapse, it remains a beacon of magical learning and a central part of Skyrim's arcane history. Fact 143: The Art of Enchanting in Skyrim. Enchanting is a magical art that allows players to imbue weapons, armor, and other items with powerful effects. This process is central to Skyrim's economy, allowing mages to create enchanted items that enhance their combat effectiveness, magical abilities, and even improve their health or stamina. The enchantments vary greatly, from elemental damage to increased defense, and can be crafted using soul gems, which trap the souls of defeated creatures. Enchanting gives players a unique opportunity to personalize their equipment and create powerful, one-of-a-kind gear that reflects their style and needs in battle. Fact 184: The Role of Soul Gems in Magic. Soul gems are an essential component in Skyrim's magical practices, especially in enchanting and conjuration. These gems capture the souls of living creatures, allowing them to be used in a variety of magical processes. For enchanting, soul gems are used to imbue weapons and armor with magical effects, making them more powerful. In conjuration, soul gems can be used to summon creatures from other realms. The power contained within soul gems is immense, and players can even trap the souls of powerful enemies, using their strength to fuel their own magic or create items of incredible power. Fact 145: The Black Star, a soul gem of infinite power. The Black Star is one of the most powerful soul gems in Skyrim, as it has the ability to capture human souls, unlike regular soul gems. This artifact, a corrupted version of the Azura's Star, offers players an unlimited supply of powerful souls, making it invaluable for enchanting. Obtaining the Black Star involves completing a dangerous quest and choosing whether to return it to Azura or keep it for oneself. The Black Star is a dark reminder of the consequences of tampering with powerful forces, as its corruption represents the lure of power at any cost. Fact 146: The Elder Scrolls, Mystical and Powerful Artifacts. The Elder Scrolls themselves are powerful and mystical artifacts in Skyrim, possessing knowledge of the past, present, and future. These ancient scrolls contain prophecies and visions that have shaped the fate of Tamriel, and their true power is beyond mortal comprehension. The scrolls are believed to be divine in nature, and those who read them are often changed forever, with their minds affected by the overwhelming knowledge contained within. In Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls are integral to the Dragonborn's journey, revealing insights into their destiny and providing crucial information about the world's most hidden truths. Fact 147: The Daedric Artifacts, Gifts from the Daedric Princes. Daedric artifacts are powerful, often cursed, items given to mortals by the Daedric princes. Each artifact represents the essence of its respective prince's power, and they come with both great strength and great cost. These artifacts are coveted by adventurers, but their acquisition often involves dangerous tasks and moral compromises. Whether it's the Wabbajack of Sheogorath, the Mask of Clavicus Vile, or the Ebony Mail of Boethia, each artifact carries with it a deep connection to the Daedric realms. The artifacts reflect the whimsical, dark, and sometimes tragic nature of the Daedric princes themselves. Fact 148. The role of shouts in Skyrim's magic. Shouts, or the Thuum, are an ancient form of magic that taps into the power of the dragons. The Dragonborn is the only mortal able to master this power, which allows them to unleash powerful shouts in battle. The shouts range from unrelenting force, which sends enemies flying, to dragon aspect, which enhances the Dragonborn's strength and resilience. Shouts are learned throughout Skyrim, often by discovering hidden words of power scattered across the land. Mastering the Thuum is central to the Dragonborn's journey, giving them the strength to face dragons and other powerful enemies that threaten the land. Fact 149. The importance of the arcane in Skyrim's lore. Magic plays a central role in Skyrim's rich lore, influencing everything from the rise and fall of ancient civilizations to the everyday lives of Tamriel's inhabitants. The Nords, for instance, have a complicated relationship with magic, often fearing and respecting it in equal measure. While mages in Skyrim are treated with suspicion by some, magic is a key part of the world's history and politics. From the creation of the first Dragonborn to the existence of powerful artifacts like the Elder Scrolls, the arcane has shaped Skyrim's past and will continue to influence its future, offering both great power and great danger. Fact 150. The Eye of Magnus, the source of immense power. The Eye of Magnus is a powerful artifact tied to the ancient magical energy of the world. It is said to be the source of untold power, capable of warping reality itself. In Skyrim, the Eye plays a central role in the College of Winterhold's questline, where the player learns of its destructive potential and its deep connection to the very fabric of magic in Tamriel. The artifact represents both the allure and danger of magical power, serving as a reminder of the lengths mortals will go to in order to harness the forces of the universe for their own ends. Fact 151. The final confrontation with Alduin, the World Eater, is the ultimate antagonist of Skyrim and the embodiment of destruction and chaos. The Dragonborn's final confrontation with Alduin is one of the most climactic moments in the game. Alduin's return signals the end of the world as foretold in the Elder Scrolls, and the Dragonborn, chosen by fate, must face him in a battle that will determine the future of Tamriel. The fight itself is not only a test of strength and skill, but also of understanding the role of fate, destiny, and the power of choice, key themes that permeate the entire game. Fact 152. The fate of Skyrim after the Dragonborn. After the Dragonborn defeats Alduin, Skyrim is left to rebuild, though its future is far from certain. The civil war continues to rage between the Stormcloaks and the Empire, and many of the issues that plagued the land remain unresolved. The Dragonborn's actions, however, have a lasting impact on the province. Whether they choose to side with the Stormcloaks or the Empire, or remain neutral, the choices made throughout the journey echo in Skyrim's future. The Dragonborn's legacy is one of strength and change, but the land will continue to struggle, grow, and evolve with time. Fact 153: The Journey of the Dragonborn as a Hero. The Dragonborn's journey in Skyrim is a classic tale of a hero rising from humble beginnings to face unimaginable challenges. From the moment they emerge from Helgen's destruction to the final battle with Alduin, the Dragonborn's story is one of growth, discovery, and transformation. Their ability to harness the power of the Thuum, absorb dragon souls, and navigate the complex political landscape of Skyrim sets them apart as a legendary figure. Ultimately, their story is shaped by their choices, making them a unique hero whose path is not determined by fate but by the strength of their will. Fact 154: The role of Skyrim's NPCs in shaping the world. The NPCs in Skyrim are not just background characters. They play a significant role in shaping the world around the Dragonborn. From the noble jarls to the humble farmers, each character adds depth to the world. The player's interactions with these characters, whether through quests, conversations, or the choices made in battle, alter the course of events in Skyrim. The NPCs provide insight into the culture, politics, and struggles of the land, and their stories weave together to create a vibrant, dynamic world that feels alive and full of purpose, even beyond the Dragonborn's actions. Fact 155: Skyrim's complex political landscape. Skyrim's political landscape is a focal point throughout the game, with the civil war between the Stormcloaks and the Empire at the center. This conflict is about more than just territorial control. It touches on themes of identity, freedom, and the changing nature of Tamriel. The Stormcloaks, led by Ulfric Stormcloak, fight for independence and the preservation of their Nordic culture, while the Empire, weakened by internal strife and external threats, seeks to maintain control over the province. The political choices made by the Dragonborn shape not only the outcome of the war, but also the future of Skyrim's sovereignty. Fact 156: The beauty of Skyrim's world design. The world of Skyrim is as beautiful as it is vast, filled with towering mountains, dense forests, and shimmering lakes. Each landscape is designed with stunning detail, from the snow-covered peaks of the throat of the world to the verdant fields surrounding Whiterun. The varied environments serve not only as a backdrop for the game's quests, but also as a source of awe and inspiration for the player. Skyrim's world design is a testament to the care and effort put into creating an immersive and visually stunning experience that feels like a living, breathing world. Fact 157: Skyrim's sense of exploration and discovery. One of the most powerful aspects of Skyrim is its sense of exploration and discovery. The vast open world offers countless opportunities for players to venture off the beaten path, uncovering hidden dungeons, forgotten treasures, and secret locations. The joy of discovery is not limited to the main quest. Every corner of Skyrim is filled with its own unique stories and surprises. Whether finding an ancient Nordic tomb, a hidden cave filled with treasure, or an NPC with a quest to offer, Skyrim rewards those who take the time to explore its rich, mysterious world. Fact 158: The enduring legacy of Skyrim's storytelling. The storytelling in Skyrim is what sets it apart from other RPGs, with a focus on deep personal narratives that allow players to shape the world around them. The game is filled with stories of heroism, tragedy, betrayal, and triumph. The Dragonborn's actions are only a part of the greater tapestry, with every faction, city, and individual having their own unique story. The ability to choose which stories to follow and how to interact with them gives Skyrim a deeply personal feel. Each playthrough can be a completely different experience, shaped by the player's choices and priorities. Fact 159: Skyrim's enduring popularity and re releases. Despite being released over a decade ago, Skyrim remains one of the most popular and beloved games in history. Its enduring popularity is a testament to its timeless appeal, with millions of players returning to the game time and again, exploring new mods, and experiencing new ways to play. Bethesda has kept Skyrim alive through re releases, updates, and special editions, ensuring that it remains accessible to players on newer hardware. The game has become a staple of modern gaming, beloved for its open world, rich lore, and unparalleled freedom. Skyrim's continued relevance speaks to its enduring legacy in the gaming world. Fact 160: The legacy of Skyrim's influence on future games. Skyrim has influenced not just the open world RPG genre, but gaming as a whole. Its approach to player freedom, immersive world building, and the depth of its lore has become a blueprint for many games that followed. From narrative driven quests to expansive open worlds, Skyrim set a new standard for game design, inspiring developers to create worlds that feel alive and responsive. Its legacy lives on in countless games that seek to capture its sense of wonder, adventure, and discovery. Skyrim's influence will continue to be felt for years to come, ensuring that it remains a cornerstone of modern gaming. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of Skyrim's rich world, its characters, and its enduring legacy. May your thoughts be peaceful, your dreams filled with the snowy peaks and vast landscapes of Tamriel, and may you carry the spirit of adventure and discovery with you. Good night, and may you always find your path, whether in Skyrim or beyond.